All right, we got Jose.
Fuck, I forgot his name.
Scarface.
That's it.
Aldo, he's 21-1 versus Frankie
The answer.
Edgar, he's 14-3-1. Aldo, 62% of his wins by KO, 10% by submission. Edgar, 27% of his wins by KO, 20% by submission. That means 53% by decision. That's my favorite. So, based on the results of this fight, do you think there will be an immediate rematch?
Yes.
Since that's the way Edgar rolls.
Right.
And here's a guy who I have a problem with.
Uh-oh. What kind of problem?
Edgar? I don't know. It's one of those guys.
Don't like this guy? Him. He's fucking amazing. He's like Rocky. He's the Rocky of MMA. He will not... Sorry.
What are you doing? You're out of control. I think it's the cap. Let me see if it's defective. Nope, it's Ingo. Ingo's defective. Fucking premature ejaculator.
Sorry. But, you know, the safest place when I'm spewing is to be directly in front of me because I'm not going to hit you. So
he shoots to the side.
My loads go everywhere except straight.
You listening, ladies? Be warned.
What were you saying? Yeah,
immediate rematch.
Okay.
I think that's what the problem, because we had to sit through 2 fights with Penn and then 2 fights with Henderson
and Maynard.
Yeah,
there was like 3 or 5.
So he's only won. I don't know. He's only won one of his last 4
fights were all rematches.
Right. So Edgar's first fight dropping down to 145. What do you think? 1, his cardio is going to look like, and 2, what's his speed going to look like?
That's the question mark. I think his speed will be fine. The cardio is where I'm not sure, because he's never had to really cut weight. He's been the guy who always says, "Well, I keep my body in top-notch shape by not putting it through that hell of cutting weight or whatever." So what's going to do for him? I don't know. It's only 10 pounds. I mean, is it that much? I'm not sure.
I don't know. It seems like it's more when you get down to these lighter weight classes, because when you look at it compared to like a percentage of your body weight, like like that 55 to 45 is a lot steeper than if you're going like maybe 205 to 185. Granted, that's 20 pounds versus 10, but
I think the percentage might be the same.
It might be. Let me make a better example for you.
Okay.
When you're going from heavyweight to light heavyweight, say you're a heavyweight at 210, and because there's a lot of heavyweights at 210.
They're all at 210.
Then we go down to 205.
You're just digging your hole deeper.
What?
I'm not sure.
Get out of my hole, Ingo. My hole will not be penetrated.
Anyways, I don't know.
So the point is...
Speed and cardio is your question mark?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's going to have a speed problem. I think what Aldo is not going to be used to is a guy who keeps coming for 5 rounds.
And coming.
And a guy who can take him down pretty much at will.
I don't think so. I don't think... No way. No way is he going to take down.
You don't think so?
Aldo's takedown defense is like 95%.
Should I fact check you there?
Fight match check.
I don't know.
Cha-ching.
You have it? For sure?
Yeah. It's in the high 90s.
Has he ever fought a wrestler as good as Frankie Edgar?
Well, I would say this. The one thing that Edgar has that's going good for him is Edgar is very good at catching a kick and getting a takedown off of it. And seeing how Aldo loves the fucking kick, he may be able to get one.
Or 20.
Or whatever. So the flip side to the coin is, too, with Aldo being out from his motorcycle accident and other fucking injuries and the time off, how is he going to look? Plus, his weight cut is not any easier than, it's probably actually harder than Edgar's cut, because Aldo's saying he's walking around at like 170 and going down to 45. And you've seen him dominate, like look at a fight where he fought Mark Hominick, where he can dominate for 4 rounds, and then that 5th round, there was nothing in the gas tank, and he almost lost the fight at that point. Yeah. So it remains to be seen, like, who's going to do what. I think...
Don't you think this fight comes down to heart, all things aside? It's going to be the guy who's got the most...
Who wants it more?
Who wants it more, who's got the more balls in the later rounds, and just will not stop. And for that reason is why I feel like Edgar has the advantage, because we've seen him do it time and time again, where Aldo has been shown, like you just mentioned, to fade. And I feel like Edgar can take this thing. I don't think he wins a decision, but I think he's going to get a stoppage in the late 4th, early 5th round. I think he really does. Because decision, it's going to be hard because Aldo will come out strong. He'll probably win the first 3 if they go 5.
And it depends what kind of strategy Aldo's going to employ. Is he going to employ the leg kick, Uriah Faber, because this fucker is like moving around, but it's chop, chop,
Keep
chop.
chopping him down, yeah.
Or
Frankie can take that shit. He don't care. You can knock him out 3 times. He'll still keep coming. It doesn't matter.
But I just feel like Aldo's going to have his number, and he's going to fucking finish.
You think so?
He's going to finish Edgar in a third round.
I'd be surprised. I mean, I think the guy is unstoppable. And I think at 145, he might even be even more unstoppable. But this is exciting. I think this is going to be fight of the night. This might be fight of the year material. I'm going to say right here. This is on my list of fight of the year.
It's in his wheelhouse. Would you call for fight of the night for the... Well, I don't know if we did one because we only covered one fight for the FX7.
I forgot.
We didn't talk about the Dalloway fight.
No, we didn't.
No reason why.
I didn't think that was fight of the year anyways.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
It's all good. So,
did we cover a fight in that card? Oh, just Vitor.
Just a Vitor fight.
I forgot.
But the last thing I want to mention, too, is like the training partners that Edgar is training with Barboza and Aldo is training with Maynard.
Nice.
So you've got a...
Pretty even.
Nice mix of similar styles.
Yeah.
Not exactly exact, but I don't think you're ever going to get it. So
I think this will be good. So it's weird that he gets a title shot right away. Just saying.
Remember, it doesn't matter where you're ranked. It just depends what's going to sell more. Plus, you're going to get 2 of these anyway, regardless of the outcome.
Probably 5.
Most
They're going to rematch like for the next 2 years.
The Magic 8 Ball is taking Jose Aldo.
Oh, nice.